The Troxus SkyHopper is a $1,600 fat tire e-bike that offers a fun, approachable ride with decent quality components and good performance for a reasonable price. Troxus sent me out this product for free to review, but as always, I never take compensation for reviews and all thoughts, opinions, and statements are my own. Let's look at the components, features, and performance of this Troxus e-bike, and I'll cover what I like about it and what falls short for me. The Troxus SkyHopper is a fat tire e-bike. It's got 20-inch wheels and it's got this dropped frame. So it's actually good for riders of all sizes and it's easy to get onto, which I do like. My wife, who is 5'2", I believe, rides this one and she likes it a lot and it fits her totally fine, but I can also pull the seat up and it fits my 6'1" body just as well. So I really like that about that. I like the overall geometry, overall look. I'm not the hugest fan of these stickers. You can tell they've just stuck a Troxus logo on here and it honestly looks a little tacky. So these will come off, but I did leave them on for the review so you guys can see what this bike looks like. Handlebar section of the bike is very standard for e-bikes at this level, at this $1,000 to $1,500 price point. The two unique features about this e-bike over other e-bikes in this price range is that it has a different set of shifters than you normally see on these, but it still is a 7-speed. But because the shifter here is a little different, they've moved the accelerator over to the left side, which is different, not super intuitive for me. You could probably move it over here and put it down, but I found that on this bike I'm using the pedal assist modes a lot more than I'm using the throttle, so it doesn't bother me too bad. This e-bike display is very standard: battery level, speed, pedal assist settings, and then you can flip through your different odometer, trip time, all your standard things that you find on most e-bike displays. This stem is adjustable. It can be moved up or down depending on your height and how far forward you want to lean while you're riding. It's not loose at all like some of the other bikes I've tried. Sometimes these are really loose and need to be really cranked down, but out of the box it came nice and solid, and overall the handlebar section feels good. This bike comes equipped with a very small fork. I'm thinking maybe 90 millimeters of travel, almost nothing. But the nice part about fat tire bikes is that you can run the tire pressure a little bit lower than you can on other bikes, and that functions as a form of suspension. In fact, I've seen a decent amount of fat tire bikes that just don't even have front suspension because the tires themselves can act as a suspension. So, front fork, a little bit of travel is nice, but this isn't anything amazing or anything that's going to really change the way your ride feels. The drivetrain is a standard 1x7. I really like 1x drivetrains rather than having multiple gears up here. You don't really get a huge range, but as long as you're running the motor, the gearing doesn't really matter because the hub motor is going to be what's driving the bike. The drivetrain is Shimano. It's quite entry level, but it also does a decent job. I really haven't had any issues with it. I have had one issue with the bike itself. When the bike was shipped, the box and bike came quite beaten up. And so if we move around to the backside here, it can be a little hard to see, but this rear derailleur hanger did come bent. So the box had suffered an impact down on this lower part of the wheel, and it looked like it bent the derailleur in and bent the derailleur hanger. Now, I reached out to Troxus about this and told them that the derailleur hanger came bent and that I believe that the derailleur is fine, but the derailleur hanger was bent. This is a Chinese company, so they didn't understand the difference between the derailleur hanger and the derailleur itself. And so instead of sending me a derailleur hanger, this little piece of metal that the derailleur hangs from, they just sent me a completely new derailleur without the derailleur hanger. So my plan is to just bend it back. There are quite a few videos on how to realign your derailleur hanger, so it's not a huge deal. And it came damaged not because of the company itself or because of low quality, but rather because of the shipping. So disc brakes are mechanical. They perform decently. Again, nothing crazy nice, but they get the job done, which is all you really can ask for of a bike at this price level. The battery is on the down tube, very standard, and is removed using this key. Again, super simple, super standard, and then you can plug it in right down here to charge, and you don't have to haul the bike into your house. You can just, bring the battery inside and charge it, which is nice, but also very standard for bikes like this. All the rest of the components, seat, rack, rear light, front light, everything really standard. Kickstand, really standard. Exactly what you'd expect for the money, and been holding up well, no issues.
The SkyHopper comes with a 48 volt 14 amp hour battery that powers a 750 watt rear hub motor. So let's see how it actually performs.
All right, we're out here on the bike now. We're gonna take it for a little ride, and I'm gonna talk performance and any other thoughts I have about the bike. So let's go. So we're starting off standard, 0 pedal assist. The first thing I noticed is that literally 0 pedal assist, and I'm starting out pedaling in the highest gear. So the gears don't do a whole lot, and that's just part of it being a hub motor bike. You get a lot more use out of your gearing when it's a mid-drive bike, but you're going to be hard-pressed to find a mid-drive bike at this price. They're probably out there. You could probably do conversions, but they're not insanely common just out on the market. So let's jump into pedal assist 1. Almost no difference between 0. In fact, I can't feel any difference. So I don't know if pedal assist 0 was already assisting or not, or if 1 is just so light that you don't feel it. Okay, pedal assist 2. All right, yeah, you feel a little jump on pedal assist 2. 3. Faster. Already on pedal assist 3, you've kind of reached the limit of what the gearing is good for. Like, I'm just spinning in place. Like, at this point, you might as well just use the throttle. Pedal assist 4, again, same thing, just a little more speed, and then 5 maxes out. They claim a top speed of 20 miles an hour. According to the speedometer, I'm already a little bit above 20, 21. That's what I figured. From the times I've ridden it before, it definitely felt faster than 20. Okay, so I'm here on the hill, only throttle, downhill. Let's see what kind of speed it does. So maxed out, you get pretty decent speed. Throttle starting from 0 up the hill. Pretty good job. Going just throttle mode for a little bit. Decent even up the hill, 20 miles an hour. reasonable braking. You know, gets the job done. About what you'd expect out of mechanical brakes. Overall, the bike feels good, and it's fairly fast and it's fun. I obviously have the issues with the rear derailleur, with the derailleur hanger coming bent, but I just need to spend a little bit more time to fix that and put it back in position. That's because of the shipping company, not because of poor quality with the bike. But yeah, other than that, everything feels good, feels solid. There doesn't feel like there's anything loose or of super low quality. My overall consensus on the bike is I genuinely feel pretty lukewarm about it, right? You're not getting anything groundbreakingly amazing for your price. You know, $1,600 isn't a small amount to spend, but in the electric bike world, that does fall towards the entry-level side. And with that in mind, you definitely get what you're paying for.
Troxus customer support seems to be decent, but obviously I was able to experience firsthand the issues that can come from a language barrier. Like many of these companies that just put their logo on existing models of e-bike, Troxus is primarily a Chinese company. The bikes are stored in and shipped from California, but no doubt almost everything else is done overseas. You also saw that the company was unfamiliar with a normal bike part like a derailleur hanger. Either that or the language barrier got in the way too much when trying to communicate my issue. Luckily, there are so many resources for bike maintenance and bike parts that purchasing an e-bike comes with less risk than something harder to repair yourself, like an electric scooter. Troxus did do their best to help me though when the e-bike arrived a bit damaged, which is more than I can say for some other companies. In any case, I feel that you get what you pay for with the SkyHopper, and it would be a fun cruiser bike or everyday commuter bike. If you're interested in picking one up for yourself, you can do that at the link below. Leave a like and a comment if you've got one, subscribe for more e-bike and electric scooter content, and I'll see you in the next video.